Hey, I'm Andre Curcino and welcome to my vlog. And I'm here to talk to you today about the FIFA World Cup, which will be held in Brazil in 2014. And I'm here to give you my power rankings, or my top 10, my favorites to win it all in the World Cup. Alright, let's go. Number 10, Portugal. The only reason they made it to my top 10 is because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Second best player in the world right now, plays very good. One player can decide the game sometimes, and that's the reason why Portugal made it, is because of him, because I believe he can decide some games. But the reason why they are not up in my list, and I don't think they're gonna win it all, is because they only have him. So it's gonna be hard. Nani maybe helps a little, Pepe maybe helps a little, but not enough. Number 9, Uruguay. They used to be a powerhouse back in the day. They won the first cup ever played. They have 2 titles, but then they had this long drought, and they haven't done anything in a while until 2010 when they made some noise. They made it to the semifinals. Forlan was crowned the best player in that World Cup. They lost the third finishing place game against Germany. They finished the World Cup in fourth. They have won the Copa America last year, which is kind of like the South American Cup, the little continental version of the World Cup, I guess. They will play in the Confederations Cup next year. They have Forlan. They have some other good players like Suarez, but I don't think they can win it all. But they will certainly make some noise, especially Forlan can start playing well again. He's going to be older, but I think he still can play good. Number 8, France. Many people call me crazy for putting France up here. They have not been doing good. They were horrible last World Cup, but recent history shows that they do really well in one World Cup and really bad in the other. 98, they were champions. 2002, did not make out of the round groups. 2006, they made it all the way to the final. 2010, embarrassed. It was horrific. They had players fighting with each other. They didn't want to practice. It was just horrible. Did not made it out of the first round as well. So if history repeats itself, they should reach the finals again, right? I don't think this will happen. They don't have Zidane. They don't have Thierry Henry. But again, it's France. It's a jersey that sometimes wins games, and they certainly have a shot at it. I don't think nothing will happen, but they're in my number 8. Number 7, England. England always has a lot of talent. But for some reason they can't work well together. They're always fighting with each other. There's always something with them. There's always a problem with them. And until they can figure that out and start playing as a team and trusting one another, nothing's gonna happen. So that's why they're number 7. They have talent to move up that list. They have more talent than Italy, in my opinion, than Brazil, in my opinion. But just talent is not alone is not enough, and that's why they're up there. I don't think they're gonna win it, but certainly have a chance. Number 6 is Italy. Italy will always play with that style that's very defensive, and when you play like that, you always have a chance. They have 4 world titles. Didn't do anything last World Cup, but again, they have a chance because of the way they play. It's usually a struggle. They usually struggle a lot to get out of the round groups, but then when they do during the playoffs, they hold that tie, go in the last minute, penalty kicks, and they figure out a way to win it. And that's why they're number 6. They don't have the most talent, but they know how to play, especially in those type of competitions. Number 5 is the Netherlands. The Netherlands, they have a lot of talent as well, Schneider and other great players. They just need to get out of their own heads. They just need to stop choking. They changed how we play the game in the 70s. But they didn't win anything. Because they kept choking in the finals. They're close to the finals. They have no titles. They should at least have one. And they still haven't got one. And that's why they're number 5. They have more talent than some other teams that's up in the list. But until they can prove that they can win, they will never move up past number 5. Number 4 is Brazil. Brazil's in between generations right now. They had really good in 94, 98, 2002, even 06 with great players like Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Romário. Bebeto, and other really good players. And now the good players are all young. They're all a promise. There's Neymar, there's Oscar, there's Lucas. The only veteran that can still play is Kaká, but he's fights with his coach in Real Madrid. He's not seeing a lot of minutes, and that can get in the way of him making the national team. For those reasons, Brazil is very uncertain, and the only reason why I have them in number four is because they're playing at home. The World Cup is in Brazil, and the support of your fans can make a big difference. For instance, Uruguay won at home, Argentina won at home, France won at home. So a lot of teams they play well at home, and France won at home in '98. So that's why they're number four. My number three is Germany. The only reason I moved them up, I had them five originally. But talking with my brother Tiago Curcino and Murilo Castro, they do a podcast, weekly podcast talking about soccer. So they know what they're talking about. And they convinced me that Germany is really good. I knew they were good, but just because of they never seem to win it all. But they do have four titles, so I guess I'm wrong. And they play really well. They're playing a different style of game that they used to play. They're a fast team, fast passes, dribble a lot. Their defensive midfield is really good. They go up a lot, really strong midfield. And I think they have a really good chance. I just don't think they're as good as Spain or Argentina. My number two is Spain. They are the defending champions. They won two Euro Cups back to back. They're going to be defending their title in Brazil. They play a style that not a lot of people like. It's a lot of possession. They only go when they see a real good opportunity. They usually win a lot of games 1-0, and that's not what fans really like because their games is really slow and boring. But it works. They have won. They have a lot of great players: David Villa, Iniesta, Xavi Alonso, Pedro, Fernando Torres. It's a lot of great players. I don't think they have one superstar like Argentina or Portugal do, even Brazil with Neymar. But they have a lot of great players that can decide a game, and that's why they're number two. My second favorite is to win it all and defend their title. My number one is Argentina. It hurts me to say this a little bit. I am Brazilian. They are our biggest rivals. But, oh my God, so good. Come on. Di Maria, Higuaín, Milito, Hernan Barcos. There's a lot of great players there, especially from the midfield forward. And then you add Messi, Lionel Messi. I mean, are you kidding me? This guy is fantastic. The 3 years straight FIFA Player of the Year. We'll probably win the fourth time in a row. This has been breaking records back and right. Just beat Pele's record for most goals in the season, and he's going to extend that because the season is not over yet. I mean, we still got a couple of months left to play. He's incredible, arguably one of the best that ever lived. You can definitely argue against Ronaldo, Zidane, and those great players. But there's one thing missing for him to be compared to Pele and Maradona, and that's the World Cup. And he knows this, and he wants it. He's thirsty for it. He wants it so bad, and he's playing great finally with Argentina, because that used to be the knock on him. He played great with Barcelona and poorly with Argentina, with the national team. But now he's playing so good, starting to score a lot of goals, and because of him, I believe they're the number one favorites to win it all the next World Cup. One last thing I want to talk about, it's how dominant Brazil and Germany has been in World Cups. They started playing the World Cups in 1930 when Uruguay won at home. And since then, oh my God, that's the only World Cup that neither Brazil nor Germany made it to the semifinals. Since then, every single time, either one or the other has made it to the semifinals. Germany made it 12 times. Brazil made it 10 times. Brazil has 5 titles. Germany has 4 titles. Out of those 12 times, Germany made it to the final 8 times. They won it 4, came second another 4 times. Brazil, they made it to the final 7 times. They won 5 times, lost twice, lost to Uruguay in 1950 and France 1998. And I just thought it was a really cool fact that when you begin playing the World Cup, it's almost automatic that either Brazil or Germany will make it to the semifinals. Sometimes both of them, I think 4 times, both of them made it in, and that show you how dominant it is. And Germany just needs to start winning a few of those because then they would be the most dominant country and not Brazil. So that's it. Thank you for watching and listening. See you next time.